grandmother always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. So, this is the reason his grandmother used to go with him to the school because one temple was attached to the school. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer. So, you could see that a priest was his teacher and he used to teach them the alphabet and morning prayer while the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda singing the alphabet or the prayer in chorus. My grandmother sat inside reading the scripture. So at the time, other children sat there in the rows on either side of veranda singing the alphabet and prayer. The grandmother sat there and read scriptures. Scriptures. What are scriptures? Actually, these are the, you could say, quotations or prayers written mostly on temples wall or school also. When we had both finished, we would walk back together. So after finishing the that they used to come together. This time the village dogs would meet us at the temple door. So the dogs wait for them and reason because they both have that stale chapatis. Okay. They followed us to our home growling and fighting. Why they were growling and fighting? Obviously for the stale chapatis with each other for the chapatis we threw to them. Means these dogs follow them for the chapatis to their home. Okay. So the next paragraph is when my parents were comfortably settled in the city. So this paragraph is describing a change in the story. Means you can see the point written here, a turning point. What is that turning point? We will see it. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. As I told you earlier, also, that his parents were out of the village in the city in order to get settled. So now they got settled. So they call them to the city. And that was a turning point in our friendship. Whose friendship? Obviously, grandmother and the narrator. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. Now she was unable to go with him to the school. The reason? I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. There were no dogs in the streets, and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of a city house. So these are the changes they faced. That grandmother could not go with him any longer because he got admission into an English school and he used to go there with a motor bus, and also there were no dogs to feed, and that she took feed to feeding sparrows in the courtyard a city house. So she started feeding the sparrows because there were no dogs in the streets. As the years rolled by, we saw less of each other. After a few years, they started seeing less of each other. For some time, she continued to wake me up and get me ready for the school. Like earlier routine, she used to wake him up and get him ready for the school for some time. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught me. So, like your grandparents also must be asking to you the same thing, your day, about your school, about your routine, about your education. So the same way she used to ask her grandson. I would tell her English words and little things of Western science and learning, the law of gravity, Archimedes' principle, the world being round, etc. This made her unhappy. So, students, do you think that she would be able to understand these words or these things? Obviously, no. So, this made her unhappy. Why? Because she could not help me with my lessons because now she cannot help him anymore for his lessons. And also you need to remember these reasons that she was unhappy with this new English school. She did not believe in the things they taught at the English school and was distressed that there was no teaching about God. So this was the another reason that she was not happy, because there were no teaching about God and the scriptures. That is why she was distressed. One day I announced that we were being given music lessons. So one day he told her about the music lessons the teachers had given him. She was very disturbed. Again, she was disturbed. Why? Because to her, music had lewd associations. Why? What is lewd associations? Something which is having indecent or awkward connections. So these are the lewd associations. And what she was thinking, it was the monopoly of harlots and beggars. What is monopoly? Monopoly is sole right. So according to her, she was thinking this is like a song of harlots. Harlots means prostitutes. This is the soul song of prostitutes and beggars, and not meant for gentlefolk. Means grandmother was thinking "Okay, this song must be for monopoly of prostitutes and beggars, but not meant for gentlemen. Okay. She said nothing, but her silence meant disapproval. Obviously, as you know, that she is of quiet nature, so she said nothing, but she accepted. Sorry, she rejected, or you could say this. She was not agree with that. She rarely talked to me after that. Now, very hardly she used to talk with the writer. So these things you need to remember why she was not liking the English school. Okay. So in the last paragraph you studied about the turning point in the relationship. Now you will see the next point, next phase in the relationship. When I went up to university, now the narrator is a grown up one, and he got admission into an university. I was given a room of my own. The common link of friendship was snapped. What is a snapped? Broken. So the common link between their friendship was almost broken. My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. You need to remember this line, that his grandmother accepted the isolation with submission. Means finally she realized that she need to be alone. So she accepted her loneliness without any problem. Okay. She rarely left her spinning wheel. What is spinning wheel? In Hindi, we call it charka. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. So, in order to engage herself busy, she started using spinning wheel. From sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel spinning and reciting prayer. So this became her day routine, that she all the time she used to sit with that wheel spinning and reciting the prayers. Okay. Only in the afternoon she relaxed for a while. Okay, she has taken a time for the relaxation. What was that? Relax for a while to feed the sparrows. So, in that time, she used to feed the sparrows while she sat in the veranda breaking the bread into little bits. Hundreds of little birds collected round her, creating a veritable bedlam of chirruping. So she used to feed the sparrows with the little bread crumbs, and hundreds of little birds collect around her, creating a veritable bedlam of chirping. What is veritable bedlam of chirping? Bedlam is a kind of noise which could even make you mad. So it is, you would say, a noisy confusion, but it is nice to, it is a soothing one. So that is why it was called a veritable bedlam of chirruping. The chirruping is the voice of birds. Some came and perched on her legs. Perched, they used to sit on her legs, other on her shoulders. Some even sat on her head. Even some of them used to sit on her head. She smiled but never shooed them away. So this is another characteristic of narrator's grandmother, that she was very kind to these animals and creatures, that she smiled but never shooed them away. What is shooed them away? To She never drove them away. It used to be the happiest half hour of the day for her. So this is a happiest half hour for her. This could be a question also. What was the happiest half hour for the grandmother? So you need to remember this. At the time when she used to feed the sparrows, that time was the happiest half hour of the day for her. Okay.